I know it's been quite some time. Funny enough, I am out on the road, so we are going to have to deal with some makeshift video, as you can see here. But I wanted to do some recording, so you'll see me doing these lives for the next few days. Look wonky like this. Not my typical setup, but it is what it is. Um, because again, I'm on the road. I even had to buy some new cards because I forgot my other ones at home. Um, but nothing is going to stop this show. So today I wanted to do this reading on Rihanna and Tyla, just because I've been hearing some rumblings that these two have kind of just been going back and forth essentially. Um, oh, y'all seen the corner of my face. Oh well. These two have been kind of going back and forth lately on whether or not Rihanna likes Tyla or not. Um, Whether, Tyla is here to replace Rihanna, if she will replace Rihanna, especially with this new A-pop thing that she has going on. So, yeah, I figured why not do a reading on these two? I know I did one previously. It's been a while, but it seems like things have been heating up since the Met Gala. It's been about what 2 weeks ago. There's been rumors that Tyla is trying to hook up or collab with Drake and Chris Brown because Drake has recently dropped Iceman and Chris Brown has recently dropped Brown, and both of them have kind of dropped these albums under like lukewarm reception, I guess you can kind of say. So yeah, this is also following some announcements about Tyla not being nominated for a BET award either. That apparently Rihanna has also shaded Tyla by playing Ira Star on one of her um, videos or whatever that she did for the Met Gala when she did her behind the scenes or whatever. So yeah, it seems like things has been heating up between these two. So I want to kind of do a reading on that and see what's going on. So with all of that being said, and you all know why it's gonna look wonky like this for a minute. Please note that all statements made are for entertainment purposes only, and do not believe everything I say. Believe what you think you want to believe. I'm not saying this to just kind of like wash away any kind of responsibility, but I just know how some people can be litigious. This is all for fun. This is all for entertainment. So, with that being said, let's get into this reading and see what's going on. So, first things first, let's see how Tyla is feeling about Rihanna. Let's see if I can get anything on that. Hello, Kaya. Okay, so I have two cards here for Tyla. We do have the child card here, and we do also have the fox. Instantly, this makes me feel like with the child here, it kind of gives me of like things from the past. I think she kind of has some kind of fond memories or something about Rihanna, which is understandable because then she said that's her idol, but she's kind of feeling like, okay, you're a fox. The fox also could be in reference to Tyla herself because her and her team kind of have been doing some slick stuff, whether people want to believe it or not. But I'm going to say, I think that fox is twofold. That really the fox and the child could be twofold. She could kind of also see Rihanna as being childish and conniving, and just kind of like not liking that response and what she's doing. Let's see, not these here. Let's see how Rihanna is feeling about Tyla right now. Yeah, I can explain that a bit more. So, foxes always give me cunning and conniving in reference to Tyla kind of playing chess instead of checkers with Rihanna and her team, or Tyla and her team playing checkers instead of, I mean, chess instead of checkers with Rihanna's team. But this also could be a thing of how Tyla is seeing Rihanna, of just kind of being conniving, sneaky, underhanded, maybe like overusing her power. That's oftentimes with the Fox Nina Lenormand. The child card is usually just that. It's, you know, think of those childlike qualities, the innocence, the youngness. Yes, Tyla the singer. Naivete. Think of those things when you see the child. And that's why I also said this could be a twofold card in reference to both Tyla and Rihanna. And I think in reference for Tyla, it could more so be, you know, an admiration. You know, I adore this person. This is something that I've always liked as a kid. But in reference with Rihanna, like how Tyla feels about Rihanna, she can see her behavior is being childish. So that's why I'm getting that there. I did get one card for Rihanna, but I'm going to see what else is coming out here for Rihanna in regards to Tyla. Oh, I had a lot. I don't want to count these two, but I'm going to see what it says. So I do have the ring, and think of this as kind of like what you would think of commitment, engagements, those kind of things, agreements. But it's coming up in reverse. So to me, this makes me feel like, I wonder if Rihanna is just kind of like, well, we don't have a deal. I don't have any kind of arrangement with you. There's no reason why I should have to. So don't think you're kind of like entitled to my time, maybe. And then I also have the clouds. What are you doing? Clouds, think of obscurity, things that are hidden, things that are not yet clear. So I wonder if she's concerned about Tyla's motive. Like, what's your motive? What is the point of you doing all this right now when it comes to Rihanna's energy? I also do have the lady. I think that is clearly Tyla. And then we also have the tree. So to me, this doesn't make sense why the tree will pop out for her when it comes to Tyla, because the tree to me is usually like family, family ties, connections. It's gonna be the market card in the Lenormand deck, not usually with the tree. So I'm kind of interested in why this came out. But I'm gonna see what's coming up between these two ladies. Oh, you know, is this I know A$AP Rocky was there at the show. I'm wondering if there's a connection there with him in this. That's why the tree is coming up. Now that I think about it. Okay, look, yep, man comes up in between them. It's about a man. So it's a lot of man I think this could be in reference to when I see this card. Because as I just stated earlier at the beginning of this, we hear Drake is starting to be involved in this, because apparently there's a collaboration that's on the table between Tyla and Drake. There's also has been rumors and stuff that Tyla is apparently dating, or, you know, schmoozing up to Chris Brown. And then there's also A$AP Rocky. But I'm going to cast this net even wider. Could this be in reference to maybe some of Rihanna's ex-teammates, team members that used to be a part of her camp that have now kind of been absorbed by Tyla? I'm going to cast that net even wider. Okay. I also have the lilies. So the lilies is an interesting one, because lilies, in this, it kind of feels like the stalker card. It's admiration. It's obsession. It's kind of like the other word I want to come up with. So notice that these are the energies that is coming up between these two. Obsessed, or some kind of admiration about a man. Why would this be coming up between Tyla and Rihanna? Interesting. The underlying cards, Okay, I'm gonna say it's something to do with a romantic relationship because I have the whips card here. But I want to be fair. Whips also comes with repetition. So, in the context of this, it could also be in reference to how a lot of people say Tyla is biting off of Rihanna's nachos. She's like repurposing. She done warmed up her nachos. The other underlying energy is house coming up in reverse. And I totally think this has something to do with Rihanna, like not having her house in order, literally. Like, didn't we hear earlier this year she kind of fled her home because of that stalker that called herself opening fire at her home? And then we also have crossroads. This, and it's also coming up in reverse. So some kind of decision that has not been made. There's something on the table here. What is going on? Let's pull one more. Anchor. It's also so not feeling tied or tethered down to something. Not feeling weighed down by something. I don't know what that could be in reference to. I'm not getting like an intuitive hit on that. Okay, let's see what's going on between Drake and Tyla. Let's see what's going on here, if there's any truth to this rumor. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh, no, let me do Chris Brown first because I really want to know if the rumor between her and Chris Brown is true, if they are like dating on the low. So let me correct that. Thank you so much, Kaya, for subscribing. And welcome, welcome. Ooh, okay, y'all see this one card is sticking up on the side here. What do we have? What's the connection? So there is some kind of, I'm going to, at the least, I think there is some kind of deal, a contract, some kind of negotiation, a collab in the works or talked about here. At the most, I know some of y'all are going to fan the flames here. At the most, it could be that they are in a romantic capacity. But let's see. Yep. I think it's something to do with work. We have the letter here. To me, usually the letter is something contractual. It's some kind of documentation. Maybe it's some songwriting, some kind of creative feature that they have going on here. That with the ring is leading me to believe that Tyla and Chris Brown are working on something. They're cooking something up. That's what I think. Okay, let's see what Chris Brown's energy is given towards Tyla. Let's see what's coming up here. I do want to know if these two fell out. We have the moon in the house coming up here. The moon in the house that first fell out for Chris Brown and Tyla. Chris Brown's energy towards Tyla. Well, I'm kind of like, come on in the room. I don't know where that's coming from, but let's see. Hope, listen, skirt. Let's back this up. Let's see what's actually going to come out here. Okay, yes, we know, man. I think that's a cop-out, Spirit. Give me a real card for Chris Brown's energies towards Tyla. What is Chris Brown's energy towards Tyla? Okay. We have Rider and Whips. I might be bad, but I'm certainly good at it. Smelling the air, baby. Is they gonna try to do a remix of Whips and Chains? Nah, come on. What's that song? S&M. Yes. Okay. So the three cards I got between them. Ooh. I'm bending up the cards already. There is a lady in the way. Who is this lady? I'm so sorry to this lady. I don't know who she is. We also have mice, some kind of growing concern. To me, the first thing that came to mind is the fact that so I don't know if any of you all know, but there has been some discourse online and in real life in regards to kind of like where is Chris Brown standing, his stardom, when it comes to his talents and stuff like that, because of, you know, he will always have that black mark on his career from that incident with Rihanna. And a lot of people do not agree with his artistry or how big he is, because like, say for example, this recent album Brown that he's dropped, I mean, even what was that, Blood Moon, is, you're dropping 40 something songs on the album, nobody is listening to that. I'm also talking to you too, Drake. 3 albums? Come on. Nobody's listening to 40 something songs. Like, I'm wondering if that's the concern. And you know, there's a growing thing about the R&B girlies working with Chris Brown. I'm feeling like that's what this concern is. Then we also have Anchor. Funny that this is coming up again. So this is feeling weighed down by something. I'm going to say this is probably feeling weighed down by public opinion. What is going to be the reception of it? I think they want to put something together. I think they want to work together. I think there's something in the books that they want to do, but they are concerned about how the public, what's going to be the reception. What do you know? We have clouds. Something as obscure. We don't know exactly how this is going to fall out. We also have Tree, dealing with networks and connections. And then we also have Tower. I say don't do it. Tyla and Chris, don't do it. I think you are going to regret it. Mainly it's probably going to be Tyla. I don't think it's going to hurt Chris Brown too much, but mainly it's probably going to hurt Tyla. She already has a very contentious relationship when it comes to the American fans, the market anyway, because of her colored comments. So she better chill out. Okay, let's see what's coming up here with Tyla and Drake. Oop, okay, we have House. Funny, that's coming up again. Oh, okay, so I had a lot come out here. So, House, this is dealing with comfort zone, home, getting things in order, feeling, I just comfortable is like the word that I want to say here. But we do have mountains, so there is some kind of obstacle or trouble here. I wonder what the obstacle is with her connecting with Drake here, because this is in regards to Tyla's energy with Drake. We do also have Scythe. Is Drake on a mountainside by himself? Like, is he really Iceman unreachable? He in the Alps or something? But then we also have the sun that comes out as well. So, interested in this came out. I probably need more clarity on that one. Let's see if I will get it. With these 3 cards, it makes me feel like, I don't know, is Drake just hard to get a hold of? Like, is he really just staying home? Like, you know where he is, you know, you can call, email him, text, whatever the case may be, send a smoke signal, a bird messenger, whatever the case may be, but it's just like he's not returning them or something. It's something weird with that. But let's see. See, this man is worried about something else. He is way down. It's funny how some of the same cards are steady coming out. Drake is way down by something else. To me, with this Anchor, I'm getting more so like his attention is divided at this time, which is totally understandable. I get it. We know what he's dealing with. When you mess with the boogeyman, when you call his name, he will answer, and you are going to have to deal with those consequences. Drake, he knows. Okay, what I'm getting is I feel like Drake is like, yeah, I will work with Tyla. But I think right now he is trying to play it smart and kind of maybe when they will collab. And I think that's probably where this scythe and this mountain is coming up at, because I think for Tyla, the timing for her feels like now. This should be when we should collaborate. I think Drake is more so on the no, let's wait, because I have another beast that I'm trying to deal with and kill over here. I think that's more so what it is. See, yeah, I'm fighting a bear. I'm feeling protective right now. I'm on guard. I'm on offensive. There's something else that has my attention at this time. I'm way down. I'm in legal battles. You know, I'm fighting for my spot in the industry. I'm trying to, you know, play chess when it comes to my record label and stuff like that. He is worried about bigger fish right now. So it's not a no to Tyla on a collaboration and working together. I think he would be more than willing to work with her, but he's just like, not right now. I'm surprised this is just feeling very work centered. Where her and Chris Brown, it feels it's a bit more of a sizzle there. Okay, so the energy between these two, yeah, look, we want to work together. There is an opportunity for it. I think it would be a nice collaboration. It's some love and respect there. I know you see the stork in the heart and you want to think, oh, it's babies, it's some kind of romantic. But to me, it doesn't feel that way. To me, it just kind of feels like adoration, respect. Yes, we would love to get together to work together. Let's see what this underlying energy is. See, crossroads. And the crossroads, the dilemma is, for me, the dilemma that I'm picking up between Tyla and Drake collaborating is that Drake is focused on a bigger beast, a bigger machine at this time. Whereas Tyla is getting in and she's like, I just need, I need what's the controversy? I need the spark. I need the numbers. I need the talk to like help me get further. We also have Clover, no luck. See? No luck. And then we also have a ring. So it's like it's not like written in stone. It's not a for sure thing right now with Tyla and Drake collaborating. Yeah, that's so I would strongly say if I was a betting person, I would say we are looking closer to we are closer to a Chris Brown and Tyla collaboration than we are a Drake and Tyla collaboration. Yeah. And then lastly, let's see what I'm about to get here for. How is Rihanna feeling about her exes hooking up with her supposed ops? What is Rihanna's energy in regards to Tyla trying to connect with her ex-boyfriends? How is Rihanna's energy? What is Rihanna's energy towards Tyla trying to connect with her ex-boyfriends? Okay. She don't like it, I can tell you that much, because the heart comes up in reverse. She doesn't like that. I am Michael Spirit. Okay, well, shout out to your twin flame, Michael. I'm actually not doing personal readings. I'm actually doing a reading on Tyla and Rihanna. But shout out to your twin flame. And then we also have the anchor. This did come up in reverse. Tyla, girl, you better watch out. Ooh, why are you trying to be connected to me? You know, something that came up to mind for me is not soul ties, but you know, people who try to like what do they call it? Destiny swapping? That's what's kind of like the feeling that's coming up for me. Like, why are you trying to destiny swap with me right now? Like, this is some weird behavior. Hi, Jessel or Phillips. And then we also have Lilies. And I'm hearing Mariah Carey's Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? Rihanna does not like this at all. She does not like this at all. She wish she would cut it out. I think she has also heard some things because I also have the birds card here. And I don't think they're good things because we also have the bird card coming up. Oh, okay. I'm about to pull two of these other two cards that I see here. So then, bouquet, apologize. The bouquet is for apologies, making amends, forgiveness, those kind of things. Um, I mean, when it comes to Rihanna, there could be some forgiveness or apologies with all three of these people in this reading that I've done on. There's hurt there with Drake. There's hurt and unfinished business with Chris Brown. And there's just like, why are you trying to start something when it comes to Tyla? So the bouquet makes sense for me. And then I also see snake. Okay, last one. Bear is also the other one. So bear, if you don't know, also in Lenormand, this is usually defensive. This is, I think, mama bear energy. Like, I'm trying to protect myself. And right now, she does not feel protected. I think right now is the wrong time for Tyla to be trying to pull this stunt that she's doing, because Rihanna is, she feels like an exposed wire, an exposed nerve. Like, every little thing she sees is suspicious. She's like, what you doing? She doesn't like it. And she's being like, her, what they call it? Her fight or flight is like real active right now. So I don't know, Tyla. You might want to chill. So yeah, that's my little short reading on Rihanna and Tyla right now. That's what I'm getting between these two. I don't know if there's anything additional you guys want me to pull on between them, or something you want to comment on. I would be more than happy to. If not, I'm going to wrap this up, since I don't have to be on here that long. I got right down to business. I just want to wait a second to see if anything is going to come through. I don't want to cut anybody off prematurely. Yeah, I will say Tyla definitely has an uphill battle for herself, though. But I think my girl, she's kind of like, she kind of itching for the fight. I feel like Tyla is kind of itching for the fight. I'm not going to hold y'all. I think she's just that hungry. Not so much to like spar with Rihanna, but to just have, to make her mark, to make her spot. I think she's itching. And I think that she's in an interesting time to do so. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of not impartial here, because I won't read a win. I don't want there to be something bad going on. But yeah, nothing else you all to add. If not, I'm going to wrap it up here. I thank you all, to the many, many of you who joined the live, who stopped in and said hi, who subscribed. I could come back at another time and do a, just call. You can kind of come in, drop a question, and I could do a reading on you. But I really just wanted to pop in for a quick second to do this, because it's been quite a while and my hands have been itching to do a card reading. So, in the meantime, in between time, if you have an idea for another reading for me to do, another celebrity, some kind of gossip or conspiracy theory that is going on, drop it in the chat. I will definitely look back. I am checking these, and I will see if I can get around to it. With all of that being said, I wish you all a great day, night, or evening, wherever you are. And I thank you so, so, so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Now, how do I end this for real? There we go.